Train Sim World 5, Californian route hopping. Our expansion into California continues. In Train Sim World 5, we branch out of Los Angeles and up to San Bernardino with Metrolink's MP36 locomotive period. In this article, we'll go into detail on the city-centric, desert dicing route and talk more about route hopping, a new feature in Train Sim World 5 that will allow you port between routes that share a common location. Train Sim World 5, Deluxe and Special Edition players will be able to make use of this eagerly awaited feature from the get-go between San Bernardino Line and Cajon Pass. TSW5 Dev Diaries, Episode 2 period. Before we kick off, hear more about some of the new and improved core features on Train Sim World 5 through the second in our Dev Diary series period. In this episode, Lindsay, Chris and Matt talk about route hopping, fast travel, and the improved live map period. The route, San Bernardino Line, Los Angeles San Bernardino period. Bustling city to barren desert period. That's how it goes down in California as trains embark on journeys out of LA Union Station period. In San Bernardino Line, Metrolink trains power through the LA suburbs and out along the east-west route to San Bernardino via 57 miles of track and 15 stations, 16 total period. At LA, trains pass by the freeway and run effectively alongside the road traffic before branching out of the city period. Built-up residential areas and industry fade out into a landscape of smaller towns served by Metrolink's commuter services, passing by Kaiser Mill and the Auto Club Speedway station, which only serves passengers on race days. At San Bernardino, both the depot and the station see passenger and freight trains meet period. It also forms the location of the brand new route hopping feature, which you can read more about below, available for players with Train Sim World 5, Deluxe Edition, or the Cajon Pass route add-on period. Below you can see some comparison shots shared by Kevin, a member of the beta testing team, showcasing the incredible work done by the art and environment teams in order to recreate some of the locations along the route period. In our August Roadmap Part 1, one of our artists, Sam, explained a little more about the variety of locations players can enjoy along the way period. Like the previously released London Overground Suffragette Line add-on, certain stations along the San Bernardino line will feature working lifts. The trains period. Metrolink MPI MP36 PH3C diesel locomotive period. Newly liveried in Metrolink colors is the sleek MPI MP36 diesel locomotive, often dubbed the Baby Bullet period. These powerful machines haul travelers, commuters, and shoppers out of LA using a sustainable biofuel that's 100% renewable and made from recycled natural oils. Though this type of locomotive has been seen in Train Sim World before as a local add-on for the Peninsula Corridor route, for San Bernardino Line it has been largely rebuilt by our vehicle artists and reflects the changes both inside and outside that differentiate the Caltrain and Metrolink variants period. Metrolink EMD F125 diesel locomotive period. Joining the action is the F125 Spirit locomotive, seen in the previously released Antelope Valley Line route period. Unique to Metrolink, the F125 is a relatively recent addition to the USA's wide variety of diesels, being built between 2015 and 2021 period. Like the MP36, its streamlined nose reflects the need to whisk passengers between stations on the line at speeds of up to 79 mph, rather than the sharp angle seen on most freight hauling diesel locomotives period. The Metrolink EMD F125 diesel locomotive is included in Train Sim World 5 San Bernardino Line route period. Players do not need to own previously released content to access this train period. The audio for both of these locomotives were captured during last year's audio recording trip to Los Angeles, as featured in our Dev Diary series. Adam explains more about how the team were able to utilize a non-revenue train that was arranged especially for Dovetail Games to capture everything they needed to recreate the audio and game period. Bombardier Bi-Level and Hyundai Rotem commuter cars period. Plus conductor mode. Accommodating Metrolink's passengers are two styles of commuter cars period. This is also where you might be spending a lot of time in Train Sim World 5 new conductor mode feature, allowing you to take on the role of conductor in service mode for the first time period. The Bombardier bi-level coaches will be familiar to commuter rail users across other parts of the USA and feature in variants forms across other Train Sim World route add-ons such as Peninsula Corridor period. In San Bernardino Line, These will come in two liveries period. Passengers can choose to admire the views from upstairs or stay cool in air-conditioned comfort down below period. In the vestibules, the conductor panel features buttons required to operate the doors as part of conductor mode period. These buttons flip round when they are unlocked period. As mentioned in our previous UK-focused article, notifying the engineer of the all clear is done by blowing the conductor's whistle by pressing the horn key/button period. The main difference with these Metrolink variants is the absence of a cab car period. Whilst the cab remains physically in the car, they've been sealed off as they are in reality and cannot be used in operation on this line period. Instead, these sets have the Hyundai Rotom cab car, which was first introduced to train sim world with the Antelope Valley line period. These allow for push-pull operation with both of the diesel locomotives period. Cab cars as a concept are more popular in the US and Europe than they are in places like the UK and allow for the engineer to operate the locomotive from the opposite end of the train period. BNSF ES40 4C4 and SD40-2 locomotives period. Available with deluxe/special edition and for previous owners of Cajon Pass period. The Cajon Pass route add-on brings freight to the scene with bright orange BNSF locomotives making use of an additional 85 miles of track between San Bernardino and Barstow as well as additional service layers on the San Bernardino Line period. Cajon Pass sees the landscape become barren and daunting with challenging gradients and twisting curves period. The route tests both the horsepower and stopping power of long, heavy freight trains in a style of operation very different to that of Metrolink stop-start passenger trains period. Cajon Pass and BNSF locomotives are included in Train Sim World 5, Deluxe/Special Edition, or are available to players that previously owned the Cajon Pass route add-on period. Timetable, layers, scenarios, and gameplay period. The types of services available to operate in service mode include 1 period, Metrolink MP36 PH3C and F125 locomotives, hauling eastbound services out of LA Union Station period. 2 period, cab car controlled services leading westbound services from San Bernardino downtown period. 3 period, non-revenue trains within both the Central Maintenance Facility CMF and Eastern Maintenance Facility EMF period. Players will be able to choose from two timetables in the main menu, a weekday timetable and a weekend timetable period. The weekday timetable will focus on the running of regular passenger services period. Many of these services will run the full length of the line, though certain services have been split into two separate services in game to allow for short gameplay sessions period. Services will end partway along the line, whereby players can continue to operate the remainder of the service or allow the AI to take over period. The weekend timetable utilizes service layers from Cajon Pass to shift the focus to freight, with less passenger services than the weekday timetable period. Of the passenger trains that do run, some are the race day services to Auto Club Speedway period. Both timetables will feature non-revenue Metrolink services at CMF and EMF, as well as switching services using Cajon Pass layers at both San Bernardino and Kaiser Yard period. Additional service layers period. Freight and switching services are playable for those that own the Cajon Pass route add-on, which is available separately or as part of Train Sim World 5 Deluxe and Special Editions period. Union Pacific locomotives at Lac Intermodal Yard will be available for players with the Sherman Hill route add-on period. There will also be an AI rail tour service visible for players that own the Santa Fe F7 Loco add-on period. 8th generation console services period. After reviewing performance on previous generation consoles, we've amended the timetable to provide a suitable experience for these players Xbox One and PlayStation 4 period. As a result, the following gameplay will not be available for the route. All available freight formations will also be shorter in length period. Scenarios and gameplay period. A total of 5 scenarios are available in San Bernardino Line period. These are 1 period, Raceway, featuring race day at Auto Club Speedway period. 2 period, Depot Days, featuring depot movements period. 3 period, Eye of the Storm, where severe weather has caused damage to infrastructure period. 4 period, Rescue at the Ranch, which involves rescuing another service period. 5 period, Graduation Day, which requires moving passengers at Cal State LA Station period. The proximity of the racetrack at Auto Club Speedway and the station that is served on race days can be filled out by unlocking the scenery tile as part of this route's mastery challenges. Mastery challenges require you to perform certain tasks on a route, like completing certain scenarios or traveling a certain number of miles in a specific locomotive period. Tier 1 challenges unlock decals for use in livery designer period. Tier 2 challenges unlock toggleable scenery tiles period. NEW feature, route hopping period. At San Bernardino, players with Train Sim World 5, Deluxe/Special Edition or Cajon Pass will be able to use a brand new feature, route hopping. A visible portal will be available at San Bernardino Depot Station that players can interact with to instantly travel between the two routes period. Time of day and weather are preserved, enabling players to continue their journey as seamlessly as possible without having to go back into the main menu period. As part of the core updates and features in Train Sim World 5, we have also enabled this function across as many back catalog routes as we can, including Antelope Valley Line period. This means that players with all three Californian routes across Los Angeles and San Bernardino County can operate services from Lancaster through to Los Angeles and out to San Bernardino by using the portal at LA Union Station, and then continue onwards using freight services from San Bernardino to Barstow, a total of over 200 miles without returning to the main menu screen. There will also be a portal at the Central Maintenance Facility CMF to allow route hopping between San Bernardino Line and Antelope Valley Line for players that own it period. Other USA route hopping locations available for players with previous Train Sim World routes are also available, including we'll also be exploring other route hopping locations with future content, including MBTA Commuter, which was announced in our latest roadmap period. UK/EU route hopping locations period. Players of Train Sim World 5 that own routes from the Train Sim World back catalog will also be able to make use of route hopping, with future portals also planned for some of our recently announced route add-ons period. Livestream San Bernardino Line route preview period. You can view a preview of the San Bernardino Line, featuring both the MP36PH3C and F125 Metrolink locomotives this Thursday, 5th September with a Railfin TV from 1800 UTC on YouTube and Twitch.